Hello everyone, on occasion of National Environment Conservation Day, we the students from Shri Sadashivrab Patil Shikshan Sansthas, Shrimati Kishoratib Hoyar College of Pharmacy, present a video on carbon emissions and carbon footprint. Here is a really interesting quote by Barack Obama: "We are the first generation to feel the impact of climate change, and the last generation that can do something about it." This video will make you aware about carbon emissions, carbon footprint, and ways to reduce individuals' carbon footprint. Let's move forward then. The one question which is asked by everyone today is how to make this planet more livable and sustainable. Nature needs our help. Humans have prioritized the usage of non-renewable resources and have made the atmosphere extremely toxic and polluted. Earth is a unique planet where life is possible because of the balanced ratio of oxygen and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, but humans have caused toxicity by increasing the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It is important to have some carbon dioxide, but when it is increased beyond the amount, it can be harmful. We, students, need to learn about these important facts and how to care for the world they are inheriting. This video has information about carbon footprints. Through this video we have tried to explain what is carbon footprint, what are sources of carbon emission, and how can college students shrink their carbon footprint. Together, we can help nature to balance out the oxygen and carbon dioxide. To do that we have to start by understanding what causes the rise in carbon dioxide in our atmosphere on an individual as well as global scale. The simplified carbon footprint definition is the amount of CO2 released into the atmosphere because of one's own energy needs. This is called your carbon footprint. What is carbon footprint? A carbon footprint is the term used to measure the amount of carbon dioxide, CO2, that a person emits during their lifetime. CO2 is released, along with other noxious gases, whenever we use coal, oil, petrol, gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and other fossil fuels. As CO2 is termed as a greenhouse gas, which contributes to the drastic climate change being seen at a global scale today, it is essential for college students to understand how to ensure minimal emission of CO2 to reduce their carbon footprint. All in all, CO2 is actually the residual energy that does not get used but gets wasted every time you use fossil fuels. Let's have a look on sources of carbon emission. First, food. Among food, greenhouse gases from average food consumption: meat has 56.6%, dairy products has 18.3%, beverages 5.9%, fish and seafood 5.8%, eggs 2.8%, vegetables 2.6%, grain products 2.1%, fruits 1.6%, other products 4.3%. Following graph shows pounds of CO2 emission per serving of following food. Beef emits 6.61 pounds of CO2, cheese emits 2.45 pounds of CO2, pork emits 1.72 pounds of CO2, poultry emits 1.26 pounds of CO2, and as shown. Second, electricity. While we use electricity in our homes for lights, kitchen appliances, or other electronic devices, we do not create carbon dioxide, but the power plants that generate the electricity emit carbon dioxide by using coal to create energy, and these power plants create the most amount of carbon dioxide. The Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, says that largest carbon footprints are caused due to electricity. Third, gas heating. After electricity, gas heating releases the second highest amount of carbon dioxide. Most houses use oil, natural gas, or electricity in winter to keep the house warm. All of these create carbon dioxide. The amount of carbon dioxide each family creates depends on how high power their appliance is and what kind of fuel is being used. Fourth, transportation. Most cars run on petrol or diesel. Modern electric cars use energy as well because the electricity used to charge these cars also leaves a carbon footprint. Smart transportation choices should be made to reduce carbon footprint efficiency. One should try using public transportation or walking, or biking. But if you need to use a car, ask your parents to set up a carpool with your friends' families. Apps like GoKid make it super easy to set up and manage the carpool schedule. Best of all, one carpool will take 2 to 3 cars off the road, and it's often more fun to ride with your friends. Fifth, agriculture. Most people are unaware of the fact that methane, which is a comparatively more powerful greenhouse gas than carbon dioxide, is generated by agriculture. A large portion of this comes from agriculture and most of it from livestock. To optimize the yield, livestock are given food products which boost their growth, but these food products do not digest well. It ferments in animal guts, resulting in methane gas, which later comes out. Sixth, energy production. Coal, oil, and gas are used to generate electricity. But these resources need to be mined or extracted and transported. Gas-consuming machinery is mainly used, and natural gas escapes means a good amount of greenhouse gases produced that get wasted. Seventh, industrial sector. The industrial sector is the third largest source of human-made carbon dioxide emissions, which produced 20% of fossil fuel-related carbon dioxide emissions in 2010. The industrial sector consists of mining, construction, agriculture, and manufacturing. There are 5 main categories: food, paper, petroleum, chemical, and metal/mineral products, which are accountable for most fossil fuel use and carbon emissions. Manufacture of goods and other industrial processes produce a large amount and various types of greenhouse gases, but mainly carbon dioxide. Most manufacturing facilities use fossil fuels, which are required to create heat and steam needed for various purposes. For example, limestone is heated at 1450 degrees Celsius to make cement. To create so much heat, fossil fuels are required. 8. Land use changes. When the natural environment is converted for human usage, such as agriculture, housing, etc., it is called land use change. About 9% of human carbon dioxide emissions are caused by land use changes. These emissions have contributed to 3.3 billion tons of total carbon dioxide emissions in 2011. From 1850 to 2000, these land use changes have created approximately 396 to 690 billion tons of carbon dioxide to the atmosphere, or about 28%-40% of total anthropogenic carbon dioxide emissions. One of the biggest reasons for this emission is deforestation and land use change, because the permanent natural environment is removed for commercial uses, and it has a large impact on greenhouse gas emissions. Large areas of forest lands have been cleared for timber. Some forests are burned for farms and pastures. Clearing of forests releases a huge amount of greenhouse gases, which results in increased carbon dioxide levels. What is causing large carbon footprint? Although there are plentiful causes of a large ecological footprint: energy, industrialization, agriculture, waste, and human action and inaction are few of the major contributors to today's increasing carbon footprint. Human action in particular that we want to highlight here, the way people have become habituated to doing things every day, keeping pace with the need to do things more quickly and with more ease, has contributed towards the rapid increase in carbon footprints. We have examined the issues. Now, let's explore some solutions. An average college-going student can implement these steps mentioned further and try to reduce his/her carbon footprint. If this practice is followed by everyone in their day-to-day life, together we can reduce carbon footprint and make our planet healthier. How can we college students shrink their carbon footprint? As a young and enthusiastic human, you need to learn to take every responsibility with seriousness. This is also applicable when it comes to learning ways to reduce carbon footprint. Check out these simple ways that can help in shrinking your carbon footprint on our environment. Turn off lights or fans when not in use. Careful thinking while packing or shopping. Explore low-cost efficient alternatives. Go for products with Energy Star. Smart use of computers and laptops. Responsible fashion. Reduce meat consumption. Purchase sparingly. Plant a tree. Don't waste food. 1. Turn off lights/fans when not in use. This is one of the easiest ways to reduce your daily carbon footprint in a significant manner. We tend to take electricity as a luxury, while it is a necessity, and switching off the electrical utilities when not in use is extremely helpful in energy conservation. 2. Careful thinking while packing/shopping. Even though you might be tempted to furnish your room with a mini fridge and a large screen TV, just like the other person, you can do better than this. Instead of splurging on a product, think before buying it, whether it is a necessity or if you can share the cost and use with your roommate or friend. 3. Explore low-cost efficient alternatives. Using a microwave to simply heat your coffee takes immense energy. Instead, you can choose to use an electric kettle to do this. Use a drying rack, instead of the communal dryer, to dry your clothes without using electricity. A power strip/surge protector works efficiently to switch off electrical appliances that are not in use. 4. Go for products with Energy Star. Today, any electrical appliance of product is best when it has more Energy Stars. This is a globally recognized rating system to measure the level of energy efficiency in the product. 5. Smart use of computers/laptops. Using computers has now become an essential part of our lives. Although you cannot avoid using computers altogether to save energy and reduce carbon footprint, you can certainly make changes to your usage habits. Use power saver settings on your computer and laptops. Apart from this, a laptop is always favorable as compared to a conventional PC/desktop computer, as it uses significantly less power. 6. Responsible fashion. Another major contributor to the carbon footprint is fast fashion. Forget fast fashion, we get it, you want to stay on trend and within your budget. But fast fashion comes at a high cost for the planet, including significant waste, heavy pesticide use, and a high shipping footprint. A much better option is to buy from sustainable brands or hit your local thrift store for quality, gently used pieces that will help you look good and make a statement. Yes, it offers affordable things, but they are usually low quality and produce unethically. What are the options? You can turn to thrifting. It is affordable, sustainable, and can bring unique pieces. Rent out expensive garments for events like weddings instead of buying. Alter your old clothes. Swipe pieces with friends or relatives. Invest in classic garments of high quality that will serve you for a long time. Be careful with clothes, so they are not damaged too soon. Also, when you want to throw something out, consider selling it or donating to those in need instead. The fewer things end up on the landfill, the better it is. 7. Reduce meat consumption. Try to reduce the amount of meat you consume. This might seem weird or hard at first, but give it just a day. Resolve to avoid meat for one day in a week and you'll already be making a gigantic step in the direction of reducing your carbon footprint. You can also read on how reducing red meat in your diet is also good for your health. One more gain for you. Dairy farms and cows are high impact on the environment. Try reducing dairy intake a little bit at a time. And when you do consume dairy, make sure it's local and chemical free. Give vegetables a chance. Reducing your meat consumption is a simple and impactful way to reduce your carbon footprint. And what better place to do it than a college campus, where you have access to a variety of flavors from all around the world, every day. Try eating a few vegetarian meals a week to figure what you do and don't like. 8. Purchase sparingly. Do you really need that new bulletin board? How about that extra pair of sunglasses? When you're tempted to make a purchase, think carefully, will the item add to your life, or will it just take up more space? Our daily lives are stimulated and made healthier and more energized by nature. Planting trees is a great way to connect with the environment and reduce your carbon footprint. You can do this by planting a tree locally. With this we conclude our video. Hope you found inspiration to take meaningful action towards a more sustainable future. Together let's make a difference for our planet. Thank you for watching.